QuickBooks Online 2021. Set up free 30-day trial test file. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Online 2021. Here we are on the Intuit website at intuit.com. That's INTUIT.com. Intuit being the owner of QuickBooks. We're going to be taking a look at the free 30-day trial. QuickBooks or Intuit often offering a free 30-day trial, and that's a great tool to have when you're testing out a certain feature and you don't want to basically do that within your QuickBooks file, or you're trying to think about what kind of options are out there for you before you've possibly purchased the QuickBooks. Note that we have taken a look at other sections, and when we go forward, we're actually going to be using a QuickBooks file that we set up in the past, that being the QuickBooks file that was used for our account numbers, and we're just going to continue on with that item there. However, if you're just looking at this one particular section and you want to be testing it out, you might need to set up a free 30-day trial, or if you need to get access to something and you don't want to be using your current file, or if you're testing out the file, then again, remember that you might want to look into the free 30-day trial option. So to do that, we're going back to Intuit. That's intuit.com, owner of QuickBooks. We're going to be going into the QuickBooks item. Intuit does own other softwares as well. We want to make sure that we're looking into the QuickBooks Online version. I will typically go to the bottom of the QuickBooks website to do that, where I could see all of the products that are QuickBooks related. QuickBooks Online being on top, typically, that being their kind of flagship program, I guess, the one most advertised probably of them. So we're in the QuickBooks Online. Then if you go down right now, this is what they offer at this point in time. You got this little toggle thing. This is tricky. So it's usually toggled off. If you want the free trial, you got to toggle it on. When you do so, these numbers down low will be scary because they'll increase dramatically. And so now they've increased dramatically. I'm scared. But up here it says free 30-day, so this is what you want. Now note that although the price has increased, then you got to remember that basically if you're looking for the free trial to test it out before you purchase it, then you might want to test it out with the free trial and then see if you can purchase it later with some other discount, possibly talking to an accountant or something like that who may be able to provide you with a discount. So you could probably, still be able to purchase it at something including a discount, not paying, $70 a month, even if you got to be able to test out the 30-day trial. So this is kind of scary, here, but we're going to select it and say that we want to just use the free 30-day trial here. So I'm going to check it out. And then it says $70 a month, but then it says down here, it's the free trial for payroll as well. So once again, it's got that added amount, and it's got this price tag down there that looks scary, but I don't believe you need to even put in a credit card if you have access to the free 30-day trial. So if you don't give them the credit card, they can't charge you $145, hopefully. So then you can push forward from that point forward. And again, you're probably going to get one other screen. I won't do it here, but you'll probably get another screen that's going to say, hey, we'll give you a discount or the free 30-day trial. And again, just remember that if you're pushing forward for the free 30-day trial, just remember every time you go to another screen here that you're saying, hey, I want the free 30-day trial, right? I might purchase it later. And if you are to purchase it later, you could probably get a discount if you look around, talk to your accountant or something like that. A QuickBooks provider or something can often offer you a discount. So therefore, if you're trying to test it out, that's what you're trying to do, test it out, and you want to stick with that free 30-day trial to do so. And then once you have that set up, then it's going to ask you a few basic questions to set up the company file. It doesn't really matter what your answer to those questions are for the most part, considering we're going to be here testing out the functionality for making custom invoices. So that's what we'll do when we go forward. Now, just note, we're going to continue with our account numbers file that we set up in prior sections. And any name that you set up should be okay, basically, to move forward with. Also note that you can, of course, set up the free invoices in your own company file, and you can toggle back and forth between a custom invoice and not a custom invoice. But you do run a little bit of a risk that if you start adding custom invoices and whatnot in your QuickBooks file, that you might delete a particular invoice, or you end up with multiple invoices that can be a little bit confusing in your QuickBooks file. So it would be kind of nice still to have a separate file that you could test out your invoices in, see what you like, and then possibly you may be able to save the template even, and then pull that template over into your actual QuickBooks company file, so that so you can kind of test it out in a area that's not going to be connected or something like that, and then bring it over in some way, shape, or form into the QuickBooks company file that you want to be using for your company file. So those are just some ideas of it. In future presentations, we'll be using this company file to be customizing our documentation, some of the primary documentation. If we go to the cog up top that we'll be taking a look at, you can go to the cog up top, and we want to custom form styles. The custom form styles, the primary options that are provided: invoice, estimate, and the sales receipt.